One of the things that I love doing with people when I meet with them for the first time is I look at what I call their wheel of life. And it's 6 different areas. We've got career, we've got relationship or significant other. If you're in one, then maybe we call it marriage. We've got family, we've got your physical fitness and nutrition, your personal growth and development, and then lastly, your spirituality. And I look at each of these areas and I identify how fulfilled you are in each of those areas on a scale of 1 to 10. This is also an activity that I take people through in my book, Strength of the Oak, Strength of the Willow, How to Find Courage and Compassion in a Turbulent World. And when someone is not a 10 out of 10, it just means that they are lacking in the fulfillment of something that they value in that area of their life, right? They're not getting something that they want. And I often have people say, is it possible to be a 10 out of 10 in all areas? And I actually had this experience with a client today. She said, I feel like every time I'm winning in one area, it means that I have to sacrifice something else and lose in another. And what we found was that this was a model that she had picked up from her mom and her dad growing up. She said that when dad was present with the family, he wasn't actually present. He was on the phone doing something else. And that it actually led to a divorce where mom said, I need you to be present for 1 full hour every week with our family. And he couldn't do it. And so now she's building a business and her husband is trying to get out of his job to build another business. And she said, our kids just want us home more. And as we dove into where that came from and what she had modeled and learned from her parents growing up, she was able to recognize why it was that when she began to succeed and excel in one area, something would fall with it. Whether it was her fitness, right, her nutrition, her health, or just the way she took care of herself, or the marriage. And once we identified this limiting belief that you can't have your cake and eat it too, you can't succeed in all areas of life without sacrificing another, it lifted this huge weight off of her shoulders. And it was such a relief. And I said, you can have everything that you want in your life, all of your values fulfilled without having to sacrifice some of them in some areas. And that's different. It's different than what we learn in society growing up in a school system that says you have to do X, Y, Z. And if you want X, Y, Z, you can't do A, B, C. But entrepreneurs are different. Entrepreneurs are always breaking rules. They never want to be in a place where they have a ceiling over their head. They want freedom. And you as an entrepreneur desire that as well. The freedom to make the life that you desire and work as much or as little as you want so that you can be with the people that you want to be with, that you can have the time and the money to enjoy your life. Yes, you can succeed in all areas of life without having to sacrifice one. Now, the way that we do this is we have to get clarity on what it is that you want. And once you have clarity on what you want, it helps you make decisions very easily by saying no to everything you don't want. And yet most people don't know what they want. If I say I want a house on the lake, then it's actually a fulfillment of deeply held values. That house on the lake is just a symbolic representation of my values being met. So the real secret here to getting success and feeling fulfilled in all areas of your life is making sure that all of your values in each of those areas of your life are fulfilled. Well, how do I get clarity on my values? It's simple. Again, I walk you through it in my book and I will walk you through it right now. Pull out a piece of paper and a pencil. Open up a note on your device and write down right now in one of these areas. You pick career, relationship, family, your health physically, your personal growth and development, your spirituality. What do you want? What words come to mind? Jot those words down. Once you can jot those words down, I ask you again, what else do you want? What do you want in that area of your life? Is it peace? Is it fun? Is it freedom? Is it passion? Is it connection? What are those values that you want? What else do you want? Make this list exhaustive. And as you continue to pull out these desires, you are getting clarity on what it is that you value. Now, just keep going. You can do this for one area of your life. You can do it for all the areas of your life. And then ask yourself this question: how will I know when these values are fulfilled? What is it? Is it a house on the lake? Is it only working 20 hours per week? Is it having X number of dollars in the bank account? Is it my daughter coming up to me and saying, "I'm so grateful that you're home today"? What is that convincer? What is that outcome that you will be able to experience that will let you know that you have achieved and fulfilled all of the values that you desire most in that area of your life? That's what goals are. They are symbolic representation of our values. And sometimes our goals change, and that's okay, because we recognize I can get all of these values fulfilled when I have something else in my life. That's pretty cool. So when you can be the person that is experiencing the fulfillment and manifestation of your values, then you can do the activities that that kind of a person does. And then you'll have that end result, that goal, that is a symbolic representation of what it is you desire most. Now, if you're looking at your list and you see something in one area that is not supportive in this area, if this goal can't exist while this goal is existing, then you do need to make some changes. If I set a goal to be a world champion, elite bodybuilder, I would not be achieving the goals that I have for my marriage, because my wife doesn't want a husband like that. I know that might sound weird to you, but that's just not important to her. That's not attractive. So I am me. And if I set a goal in this area, it would hurt this area. So we want to be very careful that we don't have goals and we're chasing after something that does not support another area of our life. So yes, you can have your cake and eat it too. You can achieve a success in all of your life, but we want to make sure that we're not hurting something else on purpose or even on accident. You're still responsible. So we start with values. What is it that we truly want? What are the goals, the symbolic representation of those values being met? And then we begin to look at what are the things that are going to take place, the strategies that will help me get what I want. And that's what you need to do. So it's the be, do, have. You be that kind of person that lives out those values. You do the things strategically that person does so you can have the results and the life and the outcomes that you truly, truly desire. It's very simple. So in answer to my client's question today, can I truly succeed and have what I want in all the areas of my life without having to sacrifice one area? Yes, you can. And it's a beautiful day when one of my clients in that first year, it happens sometime in that first year, maybe it takes a year or two, but they say, "Andrew, I'm a 10 out of 10. I have fulfillment in all of these areas of my will of life. My values are in place, and I am getting exactly what I said I wanted." And you can too. Very simple. If you need more help with this, feel free to dive into the book. I'm also more than happy to spend time with you in a one-on-one. That's what I do best, helping you get to that next level, let go of the limiting beliefs, answer the questions that I am answering here in these videos, but to do it personally for you. In the description below, you'll find a link to schedule time with me. Feel free to subscribe as well. You can like this video and share it with someone else that you know that needs it most. Be a giver.